Yeah, I don't think light behaves like a particle or a wave. I just think it's light.
Yeah. So then how
Right.
do you tune the speed of that?
Yeah,
And we're not
well,
talking about creating an
it's a
environment.
presupposition that you can have a speed because then there's a path and there's traveling, and I don't know that either of those things are true. Um, is it instantaneous?
No, even
Then it wouldn't be any
if you
travel,
just
would
took it
there?
at the basic level, if you just said that light is particles, well, now you have a problem because there's a lens in your flashlight and you're shining it through a window. So how are the particles going through that hard material, the
Yeah,
glass?
how would it go through the medium change like light to water? Yeah, it wouldn't. It
Well,
would
not only
stop
that,
there.
but the bulb is made of glass, so the light has to get out of that. How's the particles getting through the bulb itself?
Well, so they're sort of going through it and not going through it at the same time. Quantum.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Yeah, that's equally stupid to them saying that light will slow down going through something, and then as soon as it goes through, it'll speed back up. What's the force that causes it to speed back up?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know if you could say that. Yeah, that would be God, I think, if you were like looking for
when we're talking
something that.
about optics and the way we talk about it, like rays and path of light and bending and that, I don't know how you can talk about it accurately because it's just so ingrained in our language that everything you can say about it seems wrong to me. Like you're presupposing something whenever you say something like a ray or
Yes.
vector.
Thomas Young never set out to unlock the mysteries of quantum physics. He only wanted to prove that light was a wave. But when scientists later repeated the double-slit experiment with single particles, the results were mind-bending. Even when fired one at a time, photons or
So we just looked at those corpuscular rays that were coming from the sun. They're coming down in waves now.
And they're
How do you
They
claiming
want
they
prove
you
can
it?
to
fire something
believe
called a
that they have
photon at a time.
isolated
I'd like to
photons
see.
and electrons and
Shortly.
they can shoot them,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
sure,
They
absolutely.
just they just throw that in at the beginning, like, oh, that's a presupposition that okay, now you have to believe in photons and electrons, and we have guns that can shoot them one at a time.
hmm
Dude, I'm calling bullshit.
So impeding a ray of light, or not even or a laser, would be a photon where you increment. And that's what they do with impedance, right? Yeah. That doesn't mean that lights like that. You can manipulate a light beam or a laser, and you could shoot it in a sequence. How do they know that that's a little particle of what? Yeah,
Well, they recorded like
Yep.
specs on the plate, didn't they?
or even a wave too. And
Yeah, they recorded what they
if you just turn
considered.
on a light, it illuminates. In a medium or not, light's always there, isn't it? Doesn't it make it seem that way? Like
Yep.
there's always light. Yeah.
Yep.
Determining what it is, that's another process or how it works. So I mean, we've developed a lot of technology based on this, like the LED screens that we're using now and plasma. We've been able to harness light, right? So
Yeah, I mean
we
they
can
did
broadcast
record a hit.
signals.
They did record hits on
It's
the.
basically a light too. So,
Yeah, they did
but to
record hits
say
on the
what it
photoelectric
is, I
plate,
mean,
but
what produces it?
they were just assuming particles
Usually
there.
it's electricity we use for most of it, right? We heat up an element till a point,
Yeah, but
certain
what
point,
about
and
then it leads you into bioluminescence, like a firefly. Is that using electricity?
no, it's not. That's natural. It's a chemical.
Okay.
They
And
call
then
it a
you got an
chemical
electric
process.
eel that is using electricity, but there is no light.
Yeah, I don't get that
So now you
neither.
got two
So
problems.
Luciferays, Roger.
okay, now we're getting, we can coin that. We'll sell it. I'm buying. Yeah. No, I'm not. So I think this it is a godlike thing, but I mean it's part of creation, right? So light
Yeah.
is part of creation just as much as water is part of creation. Every one of these elements that we actually see, and actually the fire actually causes natural light too, doesn't it? But I can't say the sun's on fire. I've looked at it myself with
There you
telescopes
go.
and with the naked eye.
So here's
I
an
don't know.
interesting question. Does fire have anything to do with electricity?
I don't know. You can have fire without electricity, right?
Yeah, and you can fuel fire with a
Yeah.
battery. The
True.
more charge,
Hey,
the
And then
bigger
you
the
can have
fire.
fire that is all electricity, like a plasma.
And then you could
So-
take that.
Well, yeah,
You could
that
take
too.
natural gases and actually ignite them and cause fire the same way.
See how messed up
Oh,
this
no.
place is?